welcome to join. Yeah. I'll use you, so but feel free to keep the mask on because we'll probably get this open it. Feel free to just. Yeah, and then I'll. Yeah. It turns into a spectator sport sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't do that. All right.
But feel free to keep the mask on because we'll probably get this open it. Feel free to.
I can't. That's all, folks.
I can't understand what she said. Gotta watch it one more time. What did she say, people?
Welcome to join.
What did she say?
But feel free to keep the mask on because we'll probably get this open it. Feel free to just.
Okay. Feel free to keep the mask on because it'll probably. What?
Yeah.
What did she say after that?
It turns into a spectator sport sometimes.
Turns into a spectator sport
All right,
sometimes.
who wants to kick off?
Kick off.
Mask on because we'll probably get this open it. Feel free to.
That's
Okay,
all, folks.
people. Let's go shut that window down. What did she say? Does anybody know what she said? Let me get the angle proper here. Another day, another hotel room. We're nearing our road trip completion in Texas. I have now been, that's good enough. I'm crouched on a footstool with the camera perched on a chair by the window so I get good lighting. With the kids, hopefully far enough away that they don't interrupt again. What did she say in the video? And for those who don't know who that individual is, I forget what her name is. New Zealand. It's New Zealand. The Premier or Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda. You have never heard more tyrannical, fascistic discourse coming out of a person's mouth than her. And maybe that guy, the crazy one in Australia, who was having a bad day when he said, "I don't give a damn about your bloody excuses. If you don't get vaxxed, you're an anti-vaxxer. If you do not support getting vaccinated, you are an anti-vaxxer." Jacinda Ardern, yeah. But what did she say? And he bets on if a kid interrupts. Okay, so I'm in another hotel room. Hopefully the lighting is good enough. I should have given the proper shout out. That tweet was tweeted out by Maxime Bernier. What did he say about it? I forget. Doesn't really matter. Maxime Bernier, leader of the People's Party of Canada, was opposing vaccine mandates, lockdown mandates, COVID tyranny before it was cool to oppose COVID tyranny. So cool of a politician he is, was, and I presume will be, that I felt compelled to run for federal office for the People's Party of Canada, and did not have a successful run. Okay, what are we talking about today, people? She said nothing. She just used a lot of words. It is performative art. Politics is performative art. It's performative, unscientific, virtue signaling art that they need to maintain in order to maintain the fear, the terror, such that they can maintain the docile, subservient nature of the citizenry, to continue to listen to their idiotic policies, which have been wrong by and large from day one. Not just wrong, by the way, fractal wrongness. Pretty much everything that the government has done along the way in the countries that have had the radical hardcore lockdowns have been wrong from day one. And people don't like to do the comparison. Take Canada versus Florida. Take Canada versus Texas, when Texas announced no more mask mandates, and everyone's like, you all are going to be dead in 2 weeks. Let me just keep watching because I want to see the zombie apocalypse hit Texas. 2 weeks later, nothing. Oh, whoa, it must have been the wind. People, some of you don't know this. When I ran for office and there were some protests in Montreal, it was about a year ago now. There was a massive protest. I think they said like 75,000 people protesting COVID measures. They referred to it as a super spreader event. They said, people aren't wearing masks. Just wait 2 weeks. Just wait 2 weeks. Just wait 2 weeks. There's going to be a massive outbreak as a result of this protest against COVID measures. They tried to cite an example of a bus that came down from the Lanaudière region, which is in Quebec, people got COVID. They said it was going to be a super spreader event. And when it turned out to be not a super spreader event, you actually had doctors getting on the radio blaming the wind, or at the very least, giving credit to the wind. One doctor, I swear to you, came out on the radio and said, well, who knows? The wind might have blown in a direction, which could have resulted in it not being a super spreader event. I'm going to just change the chair angle here. Oh, fractal wrongness. And you compare what Canada has done versus what Florida has done, and you put the graphs over each other in terms of when there were spikes in infections, when there were spikes in hospitalization, and the overlay is virtually identical. And yet somehow people are still out there thinking they need to wear a mask. And I don't judge them. I just feel bad. That is 2 years of incessant fear porn. Now you have the stats that we're having. Hospitalizations are on the rise, despite in Canada 90+% double vaccinated. And people are going to say, well, of course, the majority of hospitalizations and deaths from COVID now are going to be in the double vaxxed, boosted, whatever, because everybody is. And they don't see the idiocy in that. That which you're compelling others to do to prevent a certain outcome is not preventing the outcome. And the adverse outcome is to be expected because everybody's doing that which is not preventing that which they're taking it or forcing other people to do it for. Idiocy. Absolute madness.